What if a painting existed that almost no one was ever supposed to see? A work so strange and inward that it remained hidden for more than a century, rarely leaving the walls of a private home. Faun by Moonlight is exactly that kind of image. Léon Spilliaert painted it in 1900 when he was only 18. Even at that age, he was already living inside long nights of insomnia, feeding his imagination with the dark stories of Edgar Allan Poe and the silent language of nature. Would you expect someone so young to create something this unsettling? The painting carries a deceptively simple title, yet it refuses to behave like a simple picture. Spilliaert worked with delicate materials, diluted India ink, black crayon, and colored pencils on paper. The result feels fragile, almost like a secret written down rather than displayed. Its size is modest too, roughly 19 inches wide and 25 inches tall, about 49 by 63 centimeters. Small enough to hold in your hands, yet it contains an entire nocturnal world. Because it has stayed in private hands, very few people have ever stood before the original. It appeared only briefly in public, once at the Royal Academy in London in 2020 and once at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, before disappearing again. Does the knowledge that you might never see it in real life make the image feel more distant or more magnetic? Look at what Spilliaert actually put on the paper. In the middle of the scene stands the faun, that half-human, half-goat figure from old myths, raising a set of panpipes to his lips. A herd of goats moves behind him in complete silence, as if drawn forward by sound alone. Above them, the full moon hangs like a cold eye, pouring pale light over everything. The eye is pulled from that bright circle down to the faun, and then lost in the dark mass of the goats. There is almost no color here, only blacks, grays, and the faintest whites. The world feels drained of warmth. Does this make the scene feel more like a memory or like something glimpsed in a half-dream? The year 1900 was a strange hinge in time. Europe was rushing forward with science and cities, yet at the same moment, a powerful current was pulling people inward, toward dreams, symbols, and the irrational. This was the moment of symbolism, when artists stopped trusting the surface of things and tried to paint what hides beneath it. Freud was about to publish his book on dreams. Debussy was writing music about a creature caught between waking and fantasy. Poe's dark tales were still shaping young minds, and Nietzsche was tearing apart old ideas of morality. Léon Spilliaert was breathing all of this in at once. His faun under the moon feels like a direct response to that atmosphere. While other artists might have placed similar figures in bright daylight or joyful scenes, Spilliaert set his in the cold night, surrounded by goats that look more like shadows than flesh and blood. In ancient stories, the faun belonged to the forests and wild places, a being of music and untamed life. The satyr, his close relative, followed the god Dionysus and carried both ecstatic joy and dangerous instinct inside him. Across centuries, these creatures have been read as playful and sensual, or as threatening and demonic. When you look at this painting, which reading feels stronger to you? One way to see the scene is as a quiet, almost gentle moment. Music in the moonlight, goats following as if hypnotized. Another way suggests something darker. In Christian tradition, the goat has long been linked with sin and forbidden gatherings. Could what looks like a peaceful walk actually be closer to a ritual that should not be witnessed? There is also a more personal key. Many who have studied the work believe the Faun is not only a mythological figure, but a kind of mirror for the young Léon Spilliaert himself. An 18-year-old already marked by illness and sleepless nights, he spent his time inside Poe's psychological darkness and in careful observation of the natural world. The solitary Faun, playing for a company of ghostly goats, can be read as the artist trying to give shape to his own inner disturbances. Spilliaert lived with a persistent stomach condition that kept pain and wakefulness close. Those long nights became the real hours of his creation. While the world slept, he drew. His art grew out of that thin space between night and morning. He read Poe until the stories felt like his own thoughts, and he studied nature with something close to devotion. The result is an image that feels born from fever and half-sleep, when the border between what is real and what is imagined grows thin. Faunmate could easily be married, but Léon Spilliaert never wrote down what this painting was supposed to mean. He left no explanation behind. More than a century later, the question remains open for anyone who stands before it. Is this a mythological moment, a disturbing ceremony, or the quiet self-portrait of a young man wrestling with his own darkness? If this image were in front of you now, what would you decide? How do you read the Faun, the silent goats, and that cold moon above them? I would genuinely like to hear your thoughts. Write them in the comments. What you are watching right now proves how one hidden image can turn an ordinary wall into a place where mystery feels close enough to touch.